What's good, everybody? It's your girl, Lilo, coming back to you with another podcast episode. That's right, listen, you guys, we are officially on season 2. If you haven't already, make sure you go check out my previous episode of Lifted by Lilo podcast. I'm not even going to tell you what the topic was, but you want to catch up on that before you listen to this one. I'm just got to mention that one. Anyways, you guys, I'm coming on here today just to give you guys a word of encouragement, as I always do. But I really wanted to focus on things that will help us, move forward and make progress towards 2023. That's really what the focus for December is just making sure that we get everything down pat, what we need to know, okay, we got a whole year ahead of us. We want to just make sure we go all in and we go strong for 2022. 2023. I'm like, dang, 2022. But no, we want to make sure that we have everything what we need, to progress in 2023. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be dropping in a few weeks for the Lifted by Lilo podcast. And coming up in 2023, we're still going to be in season 2, having all types of communications. I'm going to have some special guests on here as well. So y'all make sure that y'all tune in, okay? So the topic for today, if you haven't, like I said, I'm going to mention it again. If you haven't already, make sure that you listen to episode 1 of season 2, you guys. The first episode, I was really just pouring my heart about what I had, why I took a break from everything. And I'm really just coming into my own, doing what I need to do to make progress and move forward, right? So I want you guys to check out episode 1 of the Lifted by Lilo podcast. I really just, I'm trying to remember what I said. What did I say? Oh, jeez, y'all. See, that's bad. I can't even remember. My mind is so bad. It's so bad. Get off the bitch. That's what it was. Get up off the bitch and get in the game. I want y'all to go listen to that. Like, get up off the bitch. It's really, it really was a motivation for me to even speak that message, but also like to encourage you guys as well. Like, I hope someone takes what I say and get off the bench and get in the game, So yeah. But anyways, let me move forward. I don't want to take up too much of y'all time today. I am going to be talking about goals, you guys, and basically I'm just giving you guys a breakdown of goals and what we need, what I feel like we all need to accomplish and move forward to that next level in life. So I have to say, with goals, just giving a basic definition of goals. Basically, goals is the object of a person's ambition or effort. And secondly, from my research, goals is an aim or desired result. So I want y'all to take another listen at that. I'm going to repeat myself. Goals are the object of a person's ambition or effort, or an aim or desired result. Now, pretty much we all say that we have goals with certain things in life. Like, for example, if you don't have a job, your goal is to get a job. Why? To make money. So that's the desired result of getting a job, or that goal. And then another goal, for example, is practicing so that you won't make mistakes, like whether you're playing the keyboard or shooting basketball, all type of things like that. You want to keep practicing, so the goal is to not make mistakes, which is that, impacting the desired result in that. And another goal is reading self-help books to better yourself or better myself. Or these are all just examples of goals and what they are and what they mean to us. But for today, I don't want to just, a lot of times people say focus on the short-term goals, long-term goals, and, mid-term goals. And no, we're not doing that on Lifted by Lilo podcast. I mean, not saying that it's not important, but I really want to provide something that'll help you guys, because it has helped me, and I wanted to give it to you guys as well so that it can help you. Like, that's the whole purpose of Lifted by Lilo. It's just my experience is transformed to you guys and helping you guys, be successful as well. So, the goals that I found that were very helpful were just take this as an exercise and do it, and just watch your life just flow easily. Not saying that what I offer is to make your life easier or better, but I do hope that it could help in a way that you take away from the stress of what it is that you're dealing with, or how you're balancing life. Just having goals it set in place, it really is important because it helps you know that you have somewhere to go. And once you accomplish those goals, then you feel like you've met that somewhere and you have other goals to get to that place. So, first off, y'all know that I'm credit guru. Like I stick to what I say by credit and finance, just all that. So, of course, the first goal for me is financial goals. I'm not just talking about how much money is in your bank account. That's not what I'm talking about today. And what I'm talking about is, you know, setting goals such as budgeting goals, saving money goals, growing money goals, all, the debt management goals, credit goals. Like, you want to have, like, you know what, let me start over and refresh this. I'm going to give you 3. So I want you to, like, put them in different columns when you're doing this exercise for yourself to know where you want all of your goals to be aligned. So for the first column, for me, it doesn't have to be for you, but for me, I feel like financial goals are important. So once again, budgeting goals, saving money goals, you're growing your money goals. Also, what did I say? Managing your debt, credit goals. And also, like, just knowing what you want to do and how you're managing your money. Pretty much everything finance in that lane. You want to have these goals set so that when you've reached that milestone, then you have another milestone to go. Once you see that you're making progress in what you're doing, whether it be a small goal, like say a small goal for someone is to save $5 this week. Like, I mean, I'm saying it and I don't want y'all to take it as funny, but it's really a real thing. Like, I went through that stage before where I'm like, okay, I'm going to save $5 this week. It's real. Or even $2 or $3 this week. Like, I've been there. So I want to encourage you guys, like, if that's a goal for you for the saving money portion, then do that. Or the growing money portion, like, for example, I'll invest $10 on Acorn every day. That's a goal. Like, Acorn is like an app that helps you invest and grow your money. I mean, there are plenty of other apps as well, or another growing money goal could be, I'm going to invest in a stock and watch my money grow. That's just a goal. So you want to have different goals set for your financial lifestyle, because you don't want just to have it set to where, what does my bank account look like today? You don't want to just have that, like, just a bank account, and you're not, okay, we want multiple accounts. We want multiple monies. We want multiple things growing for us. Multiple assets, So we don't want to just settle with one thing. That's the thing that I talked about with the previous podcast. Y'all go take a listen. Please, let's just, we're going into 2023. It's time to have more now. It's time to have more. It's time to be better. And it's time to just go after what we want and get there, like, as, not saying as swiftly, but just walking in the good purpose that God has for us, and just doing it His way, so that we won't make any errors doing it our way. You know what I'm saying? And when you do it His way, everything just starts to flow together on the right timing. But that's neither here nor there. I won't keep going on about that. But yeah, 1, financial goals. Second goal setting activity for you guys is your mental health goals. This was so vital for me because I literally was just moving about life and not thinking about. Now, let me rephrase that. I knew that my mental health was important. That's why I say y'all go listen to my first podcast for season 2, because I really just went into depth about what I was going through. But I knew that my mental health was important. Did I take the precautions or the necessary steps to take care of myself and my mental health? No. I'm like, okay, I'm a big journal person. Like if you see me, I have like 1 million journals everywhere. And I just love to write in my journals. I love my journals. That's my thing. So having these journals, I'm thinking that that's the only way that I can balance out life and mental health. The issues that I was dealing with anxiety and depression. That wasn't enough. Like, I had to set some goals for myself mentally. So I'm like, okay, I know that I want to be more productive in what I do. Let me just put an example out there for that. So I want to be more productive in what I do. I want to produce great results in what I do in my business and, the ventures that I decide to put myself in. So that means that, I was a person, I don't like to wake up early in the morning. I still don't like to wake up early in the morning. But I know that if I discipline myself enough to wake up early in the morning, I will feel better about producing producing the results to get where I want to be financially. That's the first column. So I put the mental health in the middle because I feel like if I do what I'm supposed to do, wake up early in the morning, pray, meditate, and set the mood for the day. That was a mental health goal for me. Getting up early, taking time to exercise. Like I did like a 30-minute exercise in the morning. Take a shower, definitely breathe for that. Like that was everything to me. So wake up, pray, exercise, take a shower, get out the shower, breathe, like reading my Bible and taking notes from what I read. Like, oh my gosh, like those goals that I had aligned for and I made sure I make like a bullet list so that I could do. Now, was it the same every day? No, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I wanted to switch it up a little bit, so I did some things differently. Certain times, some days I just didn't feel like working out that morning when I woke up, so I altered my routine and did the workout later on in the day, for example. But your mental health goals should be aligned with how you want to be at peace with yourself mentally. You have to take care of your mind. Your mind is your greatest asset. And you know that if your mind is not right, you won't be right. Like if you're thinking negative all the time or you're thinking that just life is just blah, like it's whatever, then that's what's going to happen. So you have to really take care of your mind and everything that you're doing and focus on being better, focus on life itself, focus on what is going on in your life that could make sure that you're aligned with being mentally and emotionally okay. And those are just, I was just listing some things that I did, but you can also do other things as well, like for your mental health, like talking with the therapist. Raising my hand because that's what I had to do as well. Talking with a therapist or, taking, nature walks or something, going outside, like walking for like 10 minutes on, just observing the nature without no cell phones, no distraction, no music, taking those walks to just breathe and observe what God has created, observe God's creation. You want to take that time to, just come to one with God spiritually as well. Like that's another thing mentally for me and spiritually that it was very good that what was a mental health goal. And also talking to yourself into positivity. I have to say that because we can be so negative sometimes, and I'm such a logical person that when I literally don't see things going my way, I can literally be negative about it because I'm like, okay, this means this and this means that, so this is gonna fall out like that, and I'm like just creating the diagram for every little thing and not even realize that the contrast to all that is God. And so I have to know that just because everything is lining up to the way I don't want it, okay, God, it works out everything for the good of those that love him. So I know that this, because it looks a little bit negative to me, that means that God is doing something good and positive in that. So I want you guys to mentally and emotionally, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, talk to yourself on a level of positivity and transform your mind to being positive. Like read Romans 12 to be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. You have to be in a mindset of positiveness each and every day because the enemy is attacking. And especially those that, if you're like me, that a person that deals with anxiety and depression sometimes, like I have to literally guard my mind each and every morning because of what I know that's coming. I know that it's coming. I went through it today. Like I'm literally like going to get some food, and I'm like, let me tell you, I was going to get me something to eat, and I started feeling like a dread over me, like, oh, here we go again, like another day. And I'm like, no, no, I'm not gonna feel like this today. No, I'm not gonna be sad today. I'm gonna be productive today. I'm gonna eat my lunch and I'm gonna come back home and work and work and work and be productive until I can't no more. I'm gonna give it my all today. Like, and I'm like, that's the enemy though. He wants us. Let me tell y'all this. I can see people sometimes. I even see it on social media or whatever. Like, the devil's so busy. The devil's so busy. Y'all, listen. Just as much as he's on his job, that means we gotta be on ours too. Like, we see him causing chaos in this whole world. Okay, what are we doing as civilians of Christ? Come on now, we have to do our due diligence too. It doesn't just fall on the enemy doing his job, because just as much as he's on his, we have to be on ours. So that's just, I don't know how I got into all that, but that was for that. Anyway, let me move forward. The third the third goal is your physical wellness goals. Now, I mentioned this because on, with the mental health thing, I was saying that I worked out in the morning sometimes to help me mentally. And that also ties in with physical wellness as well. Like, listen, I'm just going to be real. Like, this year I had gained a lot of weight. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I've had people tell me, like, you look good. I'm like, but I don't feel good. Like, I don't feel right. I know I've gained weight. I don't feel like I look right. I'm just picking out each and everything that's wrong with me. And mentally, in the middle, I had to say, Nisha, God created you. So you're calling God's creation, you're mocking it, or you're mocking what God has done. But at the same time, God gave us this beautiful temple, this body that God has gave us. And if we treat it like crap, it's going to look like crap. So that's why I wanted to say, have those physical wellness goals in mind. Like, even if it's nothing but like a 30-minute workout a day, or going on a nature walk, like I said in the mental health goal, going on a nature walk, or lifting, challenging yourself, challenging your strength, like lifting weights or something. Like, we want to have goals in place that will help us, build for the physical, our bodies, and looking good and feeling good. Because when you look good and you look good, you really do feel good. And that just, health is wealth, y'all. So I have to say that. But I won't continue to go on any further with the physical wellness portion, because I wanted to make it clear that you all, bottom line is, there are many goals out there. There are many things that we could be focusing on, but I just wanted to throw these three goals in today, because I feel like it's important, to me as well. So like I said, my experiences, I transform them on this platform to encourage you guys. But I really do feel like, these are very helpful in what we could use to move forward to being successful people. So having the financial goals, the mental health goals, and also the physical wellness goals, like, line them up, put them in your columns, you guys. If you don't do but one goal per day, it's progress towards being better. Like, just because, like, I heard a quote from a guy. Once you reach the top of this mountain, that means you're at the bottom of the next one. So just keep making progress, you guys. Keep being better. Keep doing better. Like, utilize every goal. And once you accomplish it, you feel so much better about yourself. Like, when I tell y'all, like, even when, like, on one of the mental health goals, one of them was to talk to a therapist. And I did that, and I felt good. And, like, I just was like, oh my gosh. Like, I'll tell you, the first goal was to seek help. That's just being real, transparent moment. Just being real. I'm like, Nisha, Lilo, you gotta seek some help. I'm like, okay. So I sought help. I researched, and I found a place, and I'm like, okay. I sought help, and I was happy about that. Like, I was smiling the whole day. Like, when I had made my appointment to speak with the therapist, oh my gosh, y'all, it felt so good. But I have to say though, the first appointment that I said, it kind of disappointed me, because God just, it didn't work out. I think that was the enemy trying to tempt me, to, mess with my mind. I'm just going to give y'all a little transparent moment on that. But what happened was the therapist that I was supposed to see that day, it didn't work out the way that it should have. Really with insurance purposes or something like that. Like that. Something that they didn't tell me at the initial portion of signing up for this service, and it really just tried to like, it was just a big shim sham type thing, and it, like, I won't even lie to y'all, like, after I got off the phone with the therapist coordinator, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I'm trying to get help, and I'm trying to get help, and I felt so down, and I'm like, what do I do? Like, where do I go from here? I really had to talk myself into a positive mindset. Like, okay, Lilo, it's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. We're going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. Just, this didn't work out today for you, but there is a tomorrow. There is a tomorrow. So I made sure that I made plans to speak with a therapist. Thank God for family. Oh my God. Like, and connections, y'all. Like, like having connections, networking is so important. And, able to get the connections and also get into a place that's really able to help me. I'm going to shout out to them one day. I can't do it today, though. I can't do it today. But one day I will shout out to them and let you guys know how very helpful they were in giving myself the mental help that I need, And not saying that, just because people say you're getting a therapist or you're getting mental health, that doesn't mean you're a crazy person. It means you're one of those people that need additional support when you're going through things. That's just like when you have physical ailments or issues with your body. Like if you need if you break your arm or something, you need a cast for your arm. You go to the doctor so that they can help fix that. And that's what mental health doctors and therapists and all of those sorts, that's what they do. They're there to support the mind. So you want to make sure that, y'all, please, mental health is a real thing. I just have to put it out there. Please take care of yourself mentally. If you're not mentally okay, you won't be physically or financially okay. If you're not financially okay, then your mind will be messed up, just being real. And if you don't feel good, or if you don't look like you feel good, did I say that right? If you don't like how you look, then that also affects your mental health. Like, all of this, just to me, it ties in. So you want to make sure that y'all just take care of yourself. That's just bottom line for me. Take care of yourself is so important. Just above all, with each of these though, get in a community, and that's another goal for all of them. Get in a community for each one of your goals, like the financial, mental health, physical wellness. All of those goals, get in a community, because when you're in a community of people, they are very, they are very supportive of what you're doing and how you're moving. And they also provide not only just being supportive, but just them lending their voice and what they've been through, or how they managed to overcome financial difficulties, or not wanting to get up out of bed and work out, how they've overcome this sort of thing, and they're there for that support. So find a community and reach out to your peers. Just be as blunt as possible and be transparent with you. Like, you have to be real with you. You have to be transparent with you, because if you're walking around thinking that you the poop and your stuff don't stink, then okay. But we all got issues, y'all. So set these goals. Be better people. Let's go into 2023 being great. As I like to start for season 2, I want to end with the quote of the day. That quote of the day for today is, a goal is a personal promise. Oh, God, Jesus, I messed that up bad. I wish I could retake, but I'm going to be real with y'all. It's real. I made a mistake. Sorry. The quote of the day is, a goal is a personal promise to your future self. A personal promise. So let's make these personal promises to ourselves in the future. I love you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're listening to the podcast, make sure that you go and watch the YouTube video, or click the likes, hit the like button, subscribe, comment. And just thanks so much for showing support. And if you're on YouTube, please go play it on the podcast and just take a listen while you're driving. Like, even if you like done watch it already, just hit the play button. But really, seriously, you guys, thanks so much for supporting Lifted by Lilo. You guys have an amazing day. Deuces.